Good morning, everyone. In my paper titled Added Convenience or Ticking Time Bomb, I am talking about the issues that targeted advertising creates and consider the question, is the use of private information for targeted advertising ethical? Today, advertising is an inescapable aspect of society's increasing reliance on technology. The companies now use computer algorithms to tailor advertisements to their customers, which presents both good and bad problems. While advertising is vital for the economy and helps people find products that can help them live productive and happy lives, a line is crossed when companies resort to using nefarious and intrusive techniques that exploit and take advantage of the customers. The amount of data collected for advertising by companies is excessive. The stakeholders of the issue are the companies involved and their customers. With so many companies and social media sites consuming and selling private information, it should begin to alert people to the potential risks of having their information stolen. Further analysis into the subject, using both rule utilitarianism and virtue ethics, will help shed light on both the immediate and long-term solutions to the problem. The assumption is that the companies and social media sites are acting in the best interest of both themselves and their customers, which will ensure that both parties are respected. One article that I had found discusses that companies use a user's web browsing history to generate personalized ads. These techniques and others are helpful for the customers, as they can help show them items they are looking for at affordable prices and can clue them in on other products they may like. This is beneficial for both the company and the consumer, but as I discuss the negatives, you will hopefully see that too much information is a bad thing. One solution would be to clearly define what information the company collects, even when guidelines change after the initial agreement. The customers must also understand what it is that they agree to as well. To altogether remove advertising would not be a good solution because the revenue these companies generate is good for the economy, and allowing potential identity theft of an individual at the company's benefit would be unjustified. Therefore, using a rule utilitarian lens, the limits to the collection in the user's agreement should be reduced to a more acceptable and less damaging level. Taking a second look through the lens of virtue ethics may help answer some of the unanswered questions, such as if advertising can be used to help someone better find a product, and if sacrificing some private information is worthwhile for the benefit of tailor-made advertisements. The parties involved have not changed with the new approach. However, what has changed is a focus on what is morally right, and the time focusing more on the now rather than the long-term results that rule utilitarianism focuses on. By shifting the focus to what a person can do morally in the immediate time frame, the chances of losing valuable personal information may be mitigated quicker over the alternative solution that focuses on long-term actions. Looking further into the subject, I've found that researchers found a direct correlation between a website's increased use of targeted advertising and the customer's cost. And ultimately, the results showed that websites can benefit from the less intense competition that goes on with the commitment to privacy protection. This means that a company that is known to treat their customers' privacy with more care will have an increased chance of developing repeat customers. So therefore, as a virtuous individual, the next step would be to avoid the advertisements rather than accept the risk of giving away too much private information. Looking deeper into the issues of targeted advertising and the usage of personal information has brought to light many of the frightening problems that consumers are faced with today. The problems were identified and analyzed using two ethical frameworks that find the best possible outcomes. Both frameworks form the idea that taking too much personal information creates a situation where the company risks too much for their customers. In addition, for the users to give so much data willingly, the initial result would be cheaper goods, but at the long-term risk of identity theft. Consumers must draw a line that tells the companies that too much data usage is dangerous. If this is not corrected, future companies will inevitably continue and probably increase the amount of data consumed. Considering the amount of data that's being collected, I leave you with this question: How much more information will companies consume in the future if changes aren't made now?